Welcome back to our channel, Eating Illinois. I'm Samantha.
And I'm Josh.
And today we're bringing you another food truck, but they also do have two locations, and this is Savory Crust, which they specialize in empanadas, and they also do have rice bowls as well. Their original location is in Mortan Grove, and they just opened up a location in Oswego, Illinois. And they also now have a food truck. So we're trying out their food truck today. We have already, 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, we already had Savory Crust at the Mortan Grove location. So we're super excited to try it out. So today we have 4 different empanadas. Do you want to say what each of them are?
Sure. So we've got Spinach and Feta Empanada. We've got an Argentinian Beef. There's a chicken pot pie and a spicy pork. They had available a couple other additional options. One thing to note with the food truck is that they give you an option to pre-order, and if you pre-order, the options are much greater because they can bring empanadas from the actual brick and mortar locations. We didn't do that. We went and there were still plenty of options. So those are the 4 we went with.
And I believe each of these were $6 each, and that's their food truck pricing. I'm not sure if their in-store pricing is different, but with each of the empanadas, you also can choose from 4 different sauces that they have. So we got one of each. We got chimichurri, which is their regular, and then we got the spicy chimichurri.
The Sriracha Aioli, and then there's a avocado lime Aioli.
Okay, and then we also decided to try out one of their rice bowls.
So we got the Adobo chicken rice bowl, and it's got adobo chicken, some rice, a little bit of pickled vegetables, and a little bit of scallions on top.
And that was $12.50.
That was $12.50.
The bowl is a little bit small, but I'm sure it's still gonna taste really good. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. What do you want to start with?
Let's try the Argentinian beef. I feel like that's a good one to start with.
So we're gonna go for the Argentinian beef. I think I'm gonna try mine with the chimichurri sauce. Just put a little bit on there. So excited to try this again.
Agreed. Go for it.
It's as good as I remember. The outside is so nice and flaky and well cooked. It's like not even that like dry. Like the sauce helps it a little bit too. But the meat tastes so good.
Agreed. It's really well seasoned. Very tender. Just really very tasty.
Like, you don't need the sauce. I just tasted it without the sauce. It tastes really good. The sauce, the chimichurri sauce is delicious. But that one's really good. I'll try the chicken pot pie one next.
Sure.
So the chicken pot pie one, is basically just chicken pot pie. Peas, onions, carrots, chicken. That does taste like a nice chicken pot pie. I'm going to try the cilantro lime aioli now on with it. The cilantro lime aioli is really delicious. The chicken pot pie one just like homey feeling. It does taste like chicken pot pie, nice and creamy on the inside. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put some of the, what did you say this was? I don't even remember anymore.
It's a Sriracha Aioli.
The Sriracha Aioli to give it a little spice. The Sriracha Aioli is so good.
Not too much of a kick?
It has a little kick, but since it's an aioli, it kind of balances out. Really, really good. That one was delicious.
I think that one hits the spot right now because it's snowing outside, so.
Yes, it is snowing outside.
Yep.
Oh, I'm getting ready to move on to the next
Go
one.
for it.
Which one's this? Oops.
Spicy pork.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna try it by itself first. This one is really good. Like, there's a lot of flavor. It does have a spiciness to it, but not too much. It's really delicious. I bet this will taste good with the chimichurri. I realize I haven't tried the spicy one, but I'll try that on the feta. So let me see.
That is really good.
That has really good flavor. So far, all of the ones we have, they're not dry at all, and you don't really need the sauces. The sauces add just like a nice additional flavor to it, but you don't need them. Like, each of these tastes exactly how it sounds it would taste. Like,
Yep.
the meat's nice and tender. It's not chewy, and the crust is just so good. It's so flaky and nice.
It holds together nicely, but it doesn't like completely break apart. It's just like the top crust on like a pot pie.
Yeah, and it's not too thick either. Like, it's a good ratio of filling. You get a lot of filling in there, and then a nice ratio with the crust. Last, we're gonna try the spinach feta. That's really good. I'm gonna try a little bit of the spicy chimichurri since we haven't tried that one yet.
Yep.
If you like spinach dips, anything with spinach, spanakopia or anything, you will love the spinach empanada. I want to try it with the aioli, the cilantro lime aioli.
I will say the spicy chimichurri does have a bit of a kick to it.
Oh, that's really good.
Cilantro?
The cilantro tastes really good with the feta spinach one. It just adds to the creaminess of it. Okay. Want to try the bowl?
Yeah.
You go for it first. Josh wanted to try the bowls. I thought it sounded good too. I didn't really realize that they had bowls because we were just going to get one of each of the empanadas. But we'll see how.
Which also would have been totally fine.
Yes.
I'm just going to try and get some chicken and some rice.
They had like a bulgogi beef one.
Yep.
Was it just the two?
Yeah, it was just a two.
You know what? This bowl's decently deep. It's just, it looks like a side.
It is very tasty though.
That sauce is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a salty. How would you?
It's kind of like a sesame, like a savory sauce. Yeah, I don't really know. It's adobo, and it's just really, really good. The meat is really tender. The rice is nice.
This is really good, actually. You know what? It is a decent amount of food, though, in here. And compared to other food trucks, like the Hawaiian food trucks, you pay almost double the amount for the really big portion anyway, so... I don't think this is a bad price.
No.
And I think it's meant to be eaten like a Bowlington empanada.
Yeah. And I was a little bit concerned because the empanada prices were, $6 for an empanada. It's a fair bit, but they're big.
Yeah.
And they are stuffed, so it is a substantial amount of food.
And empanadas are hard to make.
Right. It's not an easy, like fast food type of quick, cheap thing to make.
That bowl's so good. Okay, so we're gonna continue eating while bringing you back our final thoughts on the food afterwards. I think it's safe to say we're full. We finished all the empanadas. We split those all in half, but we still have some of the bowl left. So we take back what we said. The size of the bowl is good for the price. We ate the empanadas first, and the empanadas were very filling because of the crust. How would you rank the flavors of the empanadas?
So I think my two favorites were the Argentinian beef and the chicken pot pie. I think I might put the Argentinian beef ever so slightly above the pot pie. They were both delicious. And I think the Argentinian beef one, definitely with the chimichurri, was amazing. The chicken pot pie didn't really need a sauce. It tasted good with it, but didn't really need it. Past that, both the spicy pork and the spinach and feta one were both really good. Not my favorite though.
Yeah, so I think I put chicken pot pie number 1, just because like I feel like the flavors on its own were good, and it tastes like if you love chicken pot pie, I think that you really would love the chicken pot pie empanada. It was just really good. You didn't need the sauce. Yes, the sauce still tastes good with it, but you didn't need it. Then I would put the Argentinian beef too, because it has a nice flavor, and just like the chunks of beef were nice. And the chimichurri sauce was good too. And you know, if you're not familiar, chimichurri sauce is basically like parsley. It's like a parsley, what did you like?
Pesto.
Pesto.
It's the Argentinian version of pesto that uses parsley as the green with some olive oil and garlic and.
But yeah, so it was really good. And then I would say, yeah, I really liked the spinach and the spicy pork. They just weren't my favorites, but they were both really good too. And the bowl was delicious as well. So we'll probably try them again and get a different variation. The 2 empanadas that we didn't get today were the mac and cheese and then just a beef one, which I'm pretty sure we had the beef one. I don't know if we had the mac and cheese one before. So we will probably be trying again, but overall, yeah, I would say go out and get some empanadas from Savory Crust. So delicious. If you're an empanada lover and you want some unique empanadas, definitely go there. They're so good. And they also do ones that are like frozen. I know at their stores you can buy them frozen and then heat them up later when you're ready to eat them. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't yet already, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.